There's something almost no one tells men over 60, and by the time they do, it's often too late. What if I told you the key to lasting longer isn't in your medicine cabinet, but maybe in your refrigerator or even your breathing patterns? And it's not just about performance. It's about your health, your confidence, and how your body is aging every single day. Because here's the hard truth. Many men start losing their edge not because of genetics or bad luck, but because of silent daily habits that chip away at vitality without them ever realizing it. After 60, testosterone starts to decline about 1% each year, but the effects often sneak in long before you notice the number on the blood test. That slow decline doesn't just impact stamina. It's tied to everything from lower energy and muscle loss to poor sleep, brain fog, yes, even reduced pleasure and intimacy. And the more we ignore these quiet signals, the faster those issues escalate. Poor circulation begins to slow down nutrient delivery to key areas. Nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for widening blood vessels and supporting blood flow, begins to fade from our system. Add daily stress, poor sleep, and too much sitting, you've got a perfect storm. A storm that not only affects the bedroom, but creeps into your mood, motivation, and sense of control. You might even start asking yourself, is this just what getting older feels like? But what if it isn't? What if small changes starting tonight could start reversing it? Because here's the twist. Many men unknowingly make daily choices that fast-track these problems, thinking they're harmless. And later in this video, I'll reveal a nutrient that's been shown to enhance blood flow naturally, and it's hiding in your kitchen right now. Plus, there's a 5-minute exercise overlooked by most urologists, but used by forward-thinking doctors to help older men gain noticeable improvement within weeks. Let's get into exactly what's working. First, let's talk about your circulatory engine. Because lasting stamina starts with one invisible but powerful signal molecule, nitric oxide. Think of it like your body's own natural blood flow enhancer. It helps your blood vessels widen, sending oxygen and nutrients to muscles, and yes, to other vital areas too. But here's the bad news. As we age, our body's ability to create nitric oxide drops sometimes by more than half. That's one reason why even healthy men begin to notice slower recovery, lower drive, and less confidence in the bedroom. So how do you boost it? Turns out, certain everyday foods can help your body rebuild nitric oxide naturally. Beets, spinach, arugula, pomegranate juice. These are nitrate-rich. Once inside your body, they get converted into nitric oxide, and for some men, that means better circulation and natural stamina. In fact, in a small study published in 2016, men over 60 who consumed nitrate-rich foods daily showed measurable improvements in blood flow and subjective performance within 2 weeks. Take John, for example, a 64-year-old retired teacher. He was skeptical, but he figured trying beet juice each morning couldn't hurt. 10 days later, he not only had better energy during his walks, but he noticed something he hadn't seen in a while: genuine excitement and ease in the bedroom. His doctor wasn't surprised, because nitric oxide is one of the few things science consistently links to cardiovascular and intimate health. But hold-on diet alone isn't enough. In fact, there's one silent saboteur working against you, and it's been part of your life for decades. Stress. Chronic stress raises a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol? It's a testosterone killer. When cortisol levels are high, your body goes into survival mode, shutting down less essential systems like libido, muscle growth, and emotional pleasure. Worse, high cortisol blocks dopamine, your feel-good chemical. So even the things you used to enjoy feel dull. This is why cardio exercise or good nutrition sometimes don't feel like enough. Your body is doing the right things on the surface, but underneath, it's in emergency mode. So what can you do to reset? Breathing. It sounds too simple, but focused breathing, specifically 4-7-8 breathing or box breathing engaged for just 10 minutes a day, may reduce cortisol by as much as 30%. Try this. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Do this for just 5 rounds morning or evening. Several urologists now recommend deep breathing as part of their holistic patient protocols, because when cortisol drops, testosterone has a chance to rise. But there's something even more damaging than stress: and it's hiding in your chair. Sitting. Modern men sit on average over 8 hours a day. And too much sitting not only reduces circulation in pelvis and lower body, it also weakens the very muscles that help during intimacy. Specifically, we're talking about pelvic floor muscles. You might have heard of Kegels for women. Well, guess what? Men have pelvic floor muscles too. And if you strengthen them, you may regain noticeable control, stamina, and power. One 62-year-old man began practicing pelvic floor contractions just 5 minutes a day, lying down like flexing a muscle beneath the base of the spine. 3 weeks into it, his urologist noted improved blood flow and better function. No pills necessary. And here's the crazy part, even guys who walk and move daily are still missing a key motion. Because it's not just about sitting less, it's about building back the motion mechanics that boost endurance. Which brings us to the next hidden pillar, mobility. As we age, leg strength and hip movement slowly decline, but these are critical zones for stamina, circulation, and testosterone production. Remember, large muscle movements like squats, lunges, and bridges don't just make you stronger. They trigger hormonal responses. One study found that men who followed a simple resistance program twice a week, basic moves, no heavy weights, saw better erectile performance and better mood in 8 weeks. No tricks, no prescriptions, just strategic movement. But wait, that's not the whole story. Because none of this food, breath, or movement will work if your body isn't recovering at night. And this may be the most sabotaged area of all. Men over 60 often suffer from poor sleep, early waking, restlessness, or trouble falling asleep. They blame it on age. But the truth is, many evening habits quietly hijack testosterone production. Remember, your natural testosterone isn't built in the gym. It's rebuilt during deep sleep. Real growth happens between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. And here's what's hurting that process. 1. Alcohol. A small nightcap might seem like a relaxing reward, but it actually disrupts deep sleep, cuts REM cycles, and suppresses testosterone creation. 2. Blue light. Screens at night block melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. Without melatonin, your sleep is lighter and your hormonal reset gets cut short. 3. Late night snacks, especially if sugary, add to insulin spikes. And high insulin reduces testosterone output overnight. So what's the fix? Simple. Wind down electronics by 9 p.m. No snacks after dinner. Get to sleep by 10:30 p.m. And if possible, wake without an alarm. Men who've tried this even for 1 week report better energy, stronger drive, and revitalized mood. It's not just sleep, it's hormonal therapy without a prescription. But here's the part even urologists hesitate to talk about. There's a hidden daily routine, one practiced quietly by men who consistently stay in shape, feel energized, and maintain lasting intimacy over 60. And no, it's not just exercise or diet. You'll see what truly works next. And it starts the very moment your feet hit the floor in the morning. You see, most men over 60 unknowingly begin their day in a state of shutdown. They shuffle to the bathroom, skip breakfast or grab something sugary, slump into a chair, and wonder why the day feels like a slow drain of energy. But the men who stay sharp, vibrant, and yes, chemically and physically alive have a different start. It's not a mysterious supplement or a magic workout. It's a 3-part routine, simple, doable before breakfast, and when repeated daily, it may shift your hormones, circulation, and even mindset in ways you can feel within days. Here's where it gets interesting. Step 1. Morning light. Now this might sound too basic to matter, but according to Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, getting 10 minutes of outdoor light within the first hour of waking may help reset your brain's circadian rhythm, lowering cortisol while simultaneously stimulating testosterone and dopamine production. Think of it like flipping on your body's internal go switch. Nothing artificial. No pills. Just you and the sun. One 68-year-old former Marine told us this changed everything. He'd been feeling flat mentally and physically. His doctor tested his testosterone, it was borderline low. But he didn't go for medication right away. He just made this one change: morning walks. No earbuds. No hustle. Just sun on his face and deep breaths. A month later, his sleep improved. 2 months in, he was lifting more at the gym. 3 months later, he said something most guys whisper, but almost never admit. It's like I got my edge back. The morning light was just the trigger. Step 2 in the routine: hydration with a twist. When you wake up, you're likely mildly dehydrated. And dehydration, even at low levels, can reduce blood volume and impair circulation. That means slower thinking, sluggish muscles, and weaker performance. Start your day with a glass of water, but add a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. This combo not only rehydrates you, it helps support adrenal function and electrolyte balance. Some doctors even refer to it as nature's electrolyte drink. And no, it won't spike your blood pressure unless you're drastically overdoing it. We're talking about a pinch. Step 3, movement. Just 5 minutes. But not just any kind of movement. Targeted, ground-based, breath-aligned, knees to chest, hip bridges, gentle squats, controlled diaphragmatic breathing. This helps activate your pelvic and core musculature, the very system that supports stamina, control, and confidence. And remember those nitric oxide molecules we talked about earlier? There's a class of movements known as nitric oxide releasing exercises. They involve deep nasal breathing combined with quick, controlled movements like arm raises or light bodyweight squats. One study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just 3 minutes of nitric oxide-focused movement done 3 times daily may improve circulation and even lower blood pressure. It's like a turbocharger for the system we've been rebuilding all morning. And here's the kicker: you can do it in your pajamas. Now, that might seem like such a small thing, but when you stack these wins: light, hydration, movement before most guys have even had their first cup of coffee, you're sending a different signal to your body and your brain. A signal that says, I'm alive, I'm in control, and we're just getting started. But wait, there's one final, often ignored factor. Maybe the most important of all: mindset. Because if your brain is stuck in patterns of discouragement, doubt, or shame, none of the strategies I've given you will stick. There's a term psychologists use, it's called learned disuse. It means over time, if we repeatedly fail in an area, if we feel too tired, too unmotivated, or too embarrassed, we slowly start to believe we're not capable of change. I guess this is just how it is. But guess what? That belief is the true thief of performance. Let me tell you about Alan. He was 71, recently divorced, hadn't dated in over a decade. He told me, the worst part isn't loneliness. It's not even the physical stuff. It's forgetting what it feels like to feel wanted, alive, strong. He followed these exact habits for 6 weeks. At first, he didn't notice much, just slightly better energy. But then something cracked open. He told me, my brain just started working again. I felt hungry for life. And yes, everything else started working too. That's what's at stake here. Not six-pack abs. Not just bedroom confidence. It's about reclaiming the parts of you that still crave connection, strength, freedom, and vitality. All those years of work, family, stress you've given so much. But now, it's your turn. And maybe, just maybe, everything you've lost can be rebuilt with a new kind of morning, one built not on noise and rush, but clarity, breath, blood flow, and strength. But the shocking part is still coming. Because while all these daily habits can rebuild your body naturally, there's one nutrient quietly studied by vascular experts that may dramatically boost nitric oxide, support testosterone, and improve circulation, all at once. It's not exotic. It's not expensive. It's as common as the fruit aisle. And yet, almost no man knows how to use it properly. We'll show you exactly what it is, the do's and don'ts, and what kind of results real men are getting just from adding a few spoonfuls or ounces a day. That's all coming next. So here's what to do. Hit the like button if this sparks something in you. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. It's going to blow your mind and possibly change your evening routine forever. And drop a comment telling us, what's one thing you've already been doing or plan to start to get your edge back? Because now, you're not coasting through age. You're taking it back by the reins. You made it this far for a reason. Keep going. We're just getting started. We'll see you in the next video.